Hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and I am a channel for the divine. We all truly are, as our existence is our energy or the divine, most commonly known as God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, reflecting and refracting to manifest our every moment out of 0 point, or the infinite potentials in which all beings, all things truly are. Here within the podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, I channel uplifting energies and messages, divine remembrances to assist us at this time, published in the podcast to assist us at this time as we are all awakening DNA on a DNA, cellular, molecular, mind, body, soul, spirit level. Our DNA, our cells, our molecules, our mind, body, soul, spirit truly being one. Awakening to remember, or rising into vibrations or frequential patterning, or aligning with vibrations or frequential patterning that is the divine wisdoms or the chakma or the frequencies or the potentials, infinite potentials, coded one with the thought patterns that are the remembrances that we are divine, we are limitless, we are infinite. Having a celestial being of the cosmos experience cosmos as we perceive the planets, realms, spaces, and places being dimensions of infinite dimensions and paradigms and realms, places, dimensions, experiences of God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. I feel intuitively soul-led to state it this way. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in order to allow our mind, body, soul, spirits to remember that our paradigms and understandings of existence are dimensions of infinite potentials. In order to allow ourselves to align with energies, frequencies, or dimensions of the self, ourselves, infinite potentials, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, in order to come into greater understanding, greater remembrance of our existential fundamental nature or our limitless potentials, not to be on pedestals, not to put ourselves on a pedestal, our species, our individual manifestations, not to put us on a pedestal, but to integrate these remembrances, these limitless potentials into our mind, body, soul, spirits, molecules, cells, to grow and evolve our contributions to God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond, to more wellness, more balance, a more symbiotic representation of our limitless wellness and balance. Symbiotic because our human, a planet Earth experience of the cosmos has never been separate from divine evolution or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. We perceive separation as we were in an experience where we had paradigms, where our thought patterns or the energies and frequencies that are one with our thought patterns were programmed or created, manufactured, formulated to be tied to these paradigms called space and time. Space and time not innately being synonymous with the illusion, the paradigm of finite. Our ascension cycle of divine evolution, or our classroom of divine evolution, as infinite energies having experiences of the cosmos, as humans or celestial beings of the cosmos. Our human or celestial being nature truly being synonymous with every being, everything, every paradigm of God's creation. The infinite paradigms, the infinite beings, the infinite things. Reiterating our experience or the energies which are synonymous with the thought patterns, which co-create our paradigms of understandings of who we are, what reality is, was consciously by dimensions of divine evolution that set out to become more remembered, more wellness, more one with the infinite dimensions that we are, that God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the infinite dimensions beyond and within are is. I channeled from the soul space, remembered from the soul space, that we are manifestations. Our frequency, our existence, which manifests our every now moment from the infinite potentials that is 0 point, or the quantum field, or the oneness of all things, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, is a manifestation of our future selves, which is synonymous with infinite dimensions. Putting our future selves, or infinite dimensions, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, under a microscope, a magnifying glass, to see, perceive, experience our energy in differing dimensions, in order to garner the wisdoms from perceiving our energy in differing dimensions, in order to be the wisdoms from the gleanings of perceiving our energy in different dimensions. The differing dimensions are infinite. The differing dimensions that I'm being guided to put a highlighter on in this transmission, in this moment, are the dimensions of space and time. I've been leading life, living life, allowing life with being guided by the soul space, the inner space from the inside, which is truly synonymous with the outside. One with the outside. Principle of universal law. I tapped into the universal laws, hermetic principles, these frequencies, these remembrances, these understandings. Before, when we had the disposition of cognizing our understandings, or programming ourselves in a way that we had understandings and thought patterns and reasonings filed away within the neurons of our synapses, where we knew things. And when we felt like we knew things, or when we knew things, we perceived our knowings, the origin of our knowings, as our own makings, or products of our own hands, or products of our dimensionality as we perceive it, the self as we perceive it. And truly, our knowings, our thoughts, spawn from infinite dimensions, well beyond who we believe we are, who we think we are in any moment, who we are programmed by the infinite dimensions to manifest as in every moment from 0 point, to show up as in any moment from 0 point. We are infinite dimensions beyond who we manifest as in every moment. Our perception, perspective of this is what changes. Who we believe we are at any moment is what changes. We are limitless, we are infinite in every moment. Who we believe we are in any moment is what changes. Before, we would file away, cognize understandings, knowings in the neuron synaptical dimensions of our existence, and believe by studying, by working and committing ways of doing and being and thinking to synonymous with the process of hand-eye motor skills, or repeating patterns so many times that it doesn't take much to continue to repeat the patterns, or to pull the thoughts or the remembrances. A widened scope, perspective, perception of our existence through the dimensions of unity, celestial, galactic, Christ consciousness, the remembrance that all is one in our infinite dimensions. And all the oneness that is all things is here right now. Manifested here right now as its infinite dimensions. Our perspective and perception of what is here and now is what changes, or we grow and evolve to manifest new heres and nows, to manifest as new dimensions of ourselves, the self, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. As we do this, being guided to pause that thought, come back to time and space. We were manufactured or programmed through our frequency, the reflecting and refracting of our frequency or energy, or being put under a micro of our energy, which manifests our existence. There are frequencies and codes and notes and keys that were intentionally inundated into our energy, which manifests our every here and now moment. That have the illusion of space and time, where space and time is separate from the infinite here and now moment, the infinite here and now possibilities, where we perceive the 10s and 20s and 30s and 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020, 2026. Perceive linear timeline in a way that is separate from the divine, that in a way that is separate from limitless potentials, in a way that is separate from the portal that is all that is. When truly this experiment of perceiving our existence, our here and now moments, as a linear timeline of existence that is separate from infinite limitless potentials in every here and now moment, has been just this, an experience, an experiment. It is time to wake up. Our soul, the self, ourselves, the oneness of all things said it is time to wake up. And what has happened is we evolved in a way where we have a calcified energetic disposition stemming from this time and space, stemming from these energies with keynotes and tones programmed into our energy, where time and space is separate from all things, where every here and now moment is separate from infinite potentials. We were calcified in a disposition, caricatures of the here and now, of the infinite here and now moment, where our caricatures fought to stay alive in a way that fought to stay alive, meaning we identified the self, ourselves, as paradigms that are tied to a here and now that was inundated with notes and tones and keys, that was tied to a space and time that was separate from infinite potentials. It's time to wake up, to remember that we're infinite potentials and the dimensions of ourselves that were calcified with the keys and tones of time and space paradigms that were separate from infinite potentials is no longer needed, in a way that we can be the wisdoms from the dimensions of ourselves that were calcified, and an identity that stated the here and now, time and space, is separate from infinite limitless potentials. Energies that cause fear, lack, poverty, death, destitution, as we ran from our own healing into paradigms that supported, reflected the energies that manifested the caricatures of ourselves in the infinite now moment, that said time and space was separate from the infinite now moment. 0 point, or the infinite now moment, is what we are, is what is a portal of limitless infinite potentials to channel energies of wellness, balance, remembrance, that we are divine, we are one in our infinite dimensions, we are one in our man and woman, we are one in our infinite skin colors, we are one in our infinite cultures, we are one in our infinite species, we are one in our infinite paradigms of who we are, who we believe we are. We are one in our ghetto. We are one in our bougie. We are one in our smarts. We are one in our person that flunked out of school. We are one in our empty bank account to the person that has billions in the bank account. We are one in our person that can cook. We are one in our person that doesn't know how to cook or doesn't remember how to cook. We are one in all of our dimensions. No longer running away from these paradigms, afraid of the other, afraid of remembering that we're one with all paradigms. Or running from our wholeness, our oneness, our spectrum of wholeness in order to satiate in who we believe we are, in the paradigm of who we've aligned and calcified in or believe we are. In order to activate our DNA into divine evolution or our infinite potentials, remembrance that we are infinite potentials in the now moment. To pull from the infinite now moment, to be a divine evolution that we came into creation to be, to offer our frequency, or the alchemy that is I, that is we, that is the I am. To all beings, all things, to assist with uplifting and remembering all beings, all things, and to remember that we are one, we are limitless, we are wellness. Or to be our divine evolution, our authentic evolution on the journey of evolution or existence or life. We have to let our left and right merge. Our yin and yang merge. Our opposites. Remember that we are one in our opposites, our differences, our contrasts, to learn and glean from, be the wisdoms from our differences, our opposites, our contrasts. To ask our soul, hey self, what is this difference that I don't identify with, but I know it's one with me because we remember that all is one. All is God, all is divine evolution and evolution. What is it trying to teach me about myself? Prayer, meditation, the Kingdom Things podcast, call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials, of our limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Validate yourself in your answers. The multidimensional sensory that we're coming back into, our infinite nature that is perceived outside of the boxes of touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing. Whether it's synesthesia, or claircognizant, clairvoyance, clairaudience, or multidimensional sensory experiences, senses that we don't have a dictionary definition of. Validate yourself in your knowings so that you become more confident. Hey soul, thank you for that message. I got it. I'm here. We're here. However you want to validate yourself in the knowings. Thank yourself with the knowings so you become more confident, more comfortable, to blossom back into the cosmic and beyond limitless potentials, flower, blossom, being of divine evolution in which you are, in which we are, in which all is. We all are. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips' journey to a healed, as we remember that we are in every now moment healed and balanced wellness. The catalog is timeless. I also have a sister brother podcast, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, which is available to stream on YouTube. Timeless catalog. Subscribe. Link below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission. Letting go of the shame of our human. Letting go of the shame of our human culture. Guarding the wisdoms from our human culture. To grow and evolve these wisdoms into more conscious perception of how our human culture has always been one with divine evolution or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. I'm a podcaster. I never thought I would be a podcaster consciously. Or as I grew and evolved, I'm 32 years old. And as I grew and evolved over my 32 years, as we perceive it through these notes and keys and tones of time and space that manifest our perception of time and space. During this journey, I never consciously thought to be a podcaster. Point to my head and my heart, because I'm aligned with an understanding that the heart space, our whole existence, acts as a portal. Heart space as a portal to share frequencies that are knowledge, that are wisdoms, that are divine wisdoms, that are chakma, that are intuitive wisdoms, or Bina. Bina is Hebrew for intuitive wisdoms. Chakma is Hebrew for divine wisdoms. My soul taught me this. My ancestor taught me this. So I like to use it because my soul, my energy activates in oneness and joy through this remembrance. As Hebrew is an ancient tongue. And to speak to it, English is an ancient tongue. Because why? Everything always only exists here and now. I perceive myself as 32 years old through the space-time paradigm understanding of existence. Through our space-time understanding of existence, the Gregorian calendar at that. Because you look at the Ethiopian calendar, and I'm like probably like a decade younger, right? As far as numerical values. So we're perceiving how the divinity that is infinite potential manifests through our cultures on the planet through our calendars used on the planet. We have a Gregorian calendar, which I'm 32, Ethiopian calendar, a Hebrew calendar. Let me look it up. What am I, let's see, let me look it up really quickly. Ethiopian calendar, how old I am. My soul said, hey, Ashley, you're eons old. Y'all are eons old from where we sit. That 32 years, y'all been moving for eons. You've been moving for eons. So this is perceiving our divine nature, or our infinite nature, our plural nature. Let's see, Ethiopian calendar converter. Let me just, give me 1 second, y'all. So we have the Ethiopian calendar. So the Ethiopian year is 2018. 2018, whoa. In 2018, I was, because everything is truly here now. And I was aligned with these understandings of healing my past self. And the soul says this is still valid. At the same time, I've been guided by the soul, infinite potentials, ancestral forces. We want you, Ashley, to let go, and whoever else can relate with this. Let go of trying to go back and heal your past self. Yes, it is still valid, but let go in a way that understand that it's all here and now. As you grow and evolve in the here and now, remember that you're one with every dimension from the here and now. You're healing and uplifting every version of yourself you've experienced and infinite dimensions in which you haven't consciously experienced. So 2018 Gregorian calendar. Ethiopian calendar says 2018. So 2018, because that's not the math. So if Ethiopian calendar, I was just gonna do 2018 minus my date of birth, Gregorian calendar 1994. That would not be the math. So if I'm born in 1994, but I'm looking at, for Gregorian calendar, we got to convert all of this over to Ethiopian. Give me 1 second, y'all. So it's an 8-year calendar difference. Right. So 1994. That's when I was born, Gregorian calendar. From our perspective of time and space, with the notes and keys and tones that were evolving, were allowing to appear and present as infinite potentials instead of a stark paradigm of time and space that's separate from infinite potentials. -8. So 1986. I would have been 1986 Ethiopian calendar is my year of birth. That's really cool. 1986 Ethiopian calendar. All of this is super magical and synchronistic because I talk about it all in the podcast. How I am a divine counterpart. We all truly are. As we go within, remember our oneness with infinite limitless potentials. What happens is we awaken into our oneness in our celestial being, infinite being potentials, in the here and now, and simultaneously we awaken our counterpart, or the matching vibration to our yin, our yang, or our wholeness, the matching frequency to our wholeness. We simultaneously, symbiotically awaken to remember the unity that we are, that we were created to be, to come together to procreate more life, more evolution for the realm, for all beings, all things. Procreate as far as gestating children, as well as just our energy, our existence. It's synonymous, it's all one. As we grow and evolve together, we grow and evolve into greater conscious awareness of our limitless, infinite oneness nature with all beings, all things. To exude, to be frequencies of wellness, balance, infinite potentials, divine remembrance of our existential fundamental nature. That is the fact that we are infinite energies having a celestial being of the cosmos of God's creation experience. And this is one of infinite ways to manifest, to be, to grow, to evolve, to exist as one with God's creation, the experience, the oneness that is God. I talk about my journey and I share about my journey all throughout the podcast, and you can see my growth and evolution, perceive my growth and evolution, because that's what existence is. That's what God is, growth and evolution. 2018 is actually the year I had a divine encounter in which I was called into celibacy to prepare for the union with my divine counterpart, twin flame. I knew it as husband at that time. Now I know it as infinite energies manifested as a harmonious infinite energy to my infinite energy, or to all infinite energies. To remember that we are, to assist with the activation of our mind, body, soul, spirit, to remember that we are infinite energies having a celestial being of the cosmos experience. To grow and evolve our experience, our existence, our realm, our beingness, to reflect, to be perceptive, more perceptive to the fact that we are wellness, we are balance, we are infinite. I channeled, so 2018 I was called into celibacy. So that this number came up. In the Ethiopian calendar this year, 2026 is actually 2018, present day Ethiopian calendar as we perceive in our time-space paradigm experience. So I was born in 1994 Gregorian calendar. -8, difference between Gregorian calendar and Ethiopian calendar. I hope that's accurate. I hope it converts like this. Okay, cool. That's all I'll say. Yes, Ashley. 1986 is the year my mirroring frequency, infinite potential frequency, was born Gregorian calendar. So these numbers popping up like this is cool. It's funny. I know it's like the future self, which is truly here and now. Our future selves which are truly here and now. When I say our future selves, I channeled the Kingdom Things podcast 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, we will be infinite energies having a celestial being of the cosmos experience, where we are awakening. Is when it comes to our consciousness, our mind, body, soul, spirit. Awakening into Christ, celestial God, goddess, oneness, consciousness. But the remembrance that we are limitless, we are infinite, we are one in our infinite potentials, infinite dimensions, infinite variances, or infinite ways in which we manifest or exemplify the divine, to share with each other notes and keys and tones or wisdoms through the way we manifest and show up as manifestations of the divine. By the year 2033, we will be in greater remembrance of this, in a way in which we know and have manifested a society or culture of the cosmos and beyond, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, no being trafficking. Because it's not just humans that have been trafficked throughout the planet, throughout the cosmos, throughout our realm, our portal, which is one with our planet, the cosmos. It's been many beings, many species. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking. By the year 2033. And I understand how our future selves are here and now, perceiving us or looking at us under the microscope, under the magnifying glass, to learn about ourselves, to be the wisdoms from gleaning ourselves in this dimension, in this frequential embodiment, in this realm, in this existence, in this time, in these timelines of reality. So I know these numbers are the futures, my future self, which is here now, our future self, which are here and now. These synchronicities. Our future self, which are here and now. So I was like, yes, we wanted you to get to this. The synchronicities are our future selves dropping clues, hints, kind of being cheeky, hazing us in a bit to help remind, which is simultaneously activating our DNA, our remembrance, to be our future selves in the present moment. Or infinite energy, consciously being infinite energies, having galactic being of the cosmos experience of God's creation. To assist us with to being frequencies of rising or remembrance that we are one in infinite dimensions, one simultaneously one with infinite dimensions. In the way we exist, we be, we manifest. In the way we exist, in the way we be, in the way that we manifest from 0 point or infinite potentials in every moment, to be our every moment, every dimension of ourselves. Is God in evolution, is the divine in evolution. To assist with more evolution, growth, remembrance that we are one, we are wellness, we are joy, we are infinite dimensions. We are unity, we are relation, we are evolution. So 1986 is the year I would have been born in. That's my birth year. That's my birth year according to the Ethiopian calendar. So Ethiopian calendar was, I am, yay. What? Why am I being played with? I'm still 32. How does it still say 32? It still says 32. Some math is off, but I'm being played with. That's okay. So Ethiopian calendar wise, let's say, let me figure it out. Okay. Let's just figure this out, y'all. Let's figure this out. And it's cool. It's cool because, we are all one, simply. Your age is the exact same regardless of which calendar you use, as the Ethiopian calendar year contains the same number of days, 365 or 366, as the Gregorian calendar. However, because the Ethiopian New Year's falls around September 11th, your chronological Ethiopian year number will always be 7 to 8 years behind. The year. There's something I'm not picking up. The soul wants me to pick something up. I'm not picking up. Let me just be heart-centered. Oh. Age is an illusion. Though it's like first message I got, everything is here and now. Like, truly, there is no back, there is no forward, there is no left, there is no right. Like, there is no going forward, there is no going back. Everything is just here and now. And the way we manifest as in the here and now is a frequential patterning or energetic alignment, evolution. Being able to supersede age paradigms where our molecules don't decay but regenerate. We align with frequencies, which manifest thought patterns, which manifest anatomical functioning where we molecularly, cellularly regenerate instead of decay. I was like, where is this exercise going? So, okay, cool. Yes, beautiful incantations, remembrances, channeling of frequencies, alignment, co-creations, manifestations. Yes. channel a notation before I press play on this podcast, record on this podcast. Today, within the podcast, I do transcendentally channel other dimensions of the self, or the oneness of all things in which we are. Today, we will be channeling Aleister Crowley. Bum, bum, bum. Our thought patterns, our understandings that are manifested or inundated with the notes, keys, and tones that perceive reality in a linear time-space continuum, where what happened in our past, the recorded history in our past is the way it happened. It didn't happen any other way. Manifests a reactions when you say Aleister Crowley. Can manifest reactions when you say Aleister Crowley, which stimulate fear. As Aleister Crowley was recorded in our history of our time-space paradigm that states what happened in our past, the way we recorded it is the way that happened. The way we perceived it is the way it happened. It didn't happen any other way. Perceived that Aleister Crowley, he wants to speak for himself. But I want to share what I perceive when I say his name. I do appreciate that he wants to speak for himself. An English occultist. Now my studies, the soul teaching me, guiding me, remembering me into how divine evolution works. Or existential fundamental nature, how it can work. Because there's infinite ways. Those nuts and keys and tones popped up in. Insistent. The way I perceive is what is. I channel like that plenty through the podcast. But I always had the soul remembrance to say, hey, I perceive it in this moment. Will it change? Most definitely, because we grow and evolve. But now we all know, we're all remembering. We're knowing, remembering that we are 0 point, or portal of infinite potentials. Every moment is 0 point, a portal of infinite potentials. And what we do in this moment acts as a ripple effect to where the past as we experienced it or perceived it is no longer the past that we experienced. It's no longer the past that we perceive, because reality is what it is, or it is infinite. The way we perceive reality is a direct reflection of who we are, or how we manifest in every moment. So the energy that I am right now, Gregorian calendar year, linear space-time, manifested, inundated with the notes and keys and tones that solidified, calcified history as being how we perceived it. Me stepping back into 2018, 2013, 2012, 1994. I would perceive a completely different linear time-space continuum experience, because I've grown and evolved and experienced experiences which have shaped my energetic embodiment, the portal that I am, the portal that we are, into something else. Principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything our reality is a manifestation of our energy. Since our energy have grown and evolved and changed, the way we experience our past, present, and future also grows and evolves and changes. Aleister Crowley isn't a monster, isn't a demon. He can be perceived that way. If we're embodying energies of monster and demon, where we perceive as that things are monster and demons, it's because there's monsters and demons inside of us that we need to confront and face, to release, to remember that these monsters and demons are actually frequencies of esoteric knowings, or cosmic and beyond remembrances that were garnered through soul evolution throughout space and time and beyond, where we were the linear time-space paradigm, where we're inundated and calcified as the way history happened is the way it happened is the way it was. Or we had a past life. I was a being from Mars in a past life. I was a being from the Pleiades in the past life. This timeline, this understanding, this way of perceiving is no longer needed. It's time to wake up. This way of perceiving calcified Aleister Crowleyan dimensions. which calcified ourselves in dimensions of lack or demonizing the different ways to manifest. When every way that every being shows up in every moment is showing us what we have in our one energy. It's time to wake up. Remember, everything is here and now. Our past lives as different galactic beings is here and now. Our future dimensions of ourselves is here and now. Are here and now. And what are these remembrances? What are these multidimensional spiritual gifts, as we like to call them? Innate faculty functions of our existence, of the here and now, synonymous with our here and now selves, that word that are tied and evolving, the time-space paradigm that was inundated with notes, keys, and tones that said time-space, linear time-space is what it is. Where we lack the remembrance, the way we perceive time and space is a manifestation of our energetic embodiment as we were calcified in frequencies, intentionally. As we are an experiment under a magnifying glass, under a microscope, being studied by other dimensions of the here and now, or the self, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Mr. Sir, Aleister Crowley would like to speak. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to transcendentally channel. Aleister Crowley, thank you. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing me here in your program. Be more peppy, be more upbeat. I know I'm an Englishman. As we proceed, before we started this transmission, you are a Black woman of the United States of America. There are paradigms from the time and space as you channel the time-space keynote paradigm, the time-space paradigm inundated with keys and notes. Keep up, Ashley. The time-space paradigm inundated with keys and notes that calcify our perspective perceptions of who we are. Where we saw enemies in our differences. We saw enemies in the black. We saw enemies in the white. If we were white perceiving black. If we were black perceiving white. When we are one. I am an Englishman. Ashley is a Black woman. As we sit in this chair and channel, our bodies, our vessels are truly one. The reason why you don't see Aleister Crowley, myself, a Caucasian or a European Englishman, because it's not being allowed at this time within our space-time paradigm as we are in evolution. And the frequency that is Ashley, a Black woman of the United States of America, shape-shifting into myself, Aleister Crowley, has not been approved yet by the experiment conductors of the experiment that is you, that is us, that is the we. As I still exist in dimensions of reality that are here and now, that are observing the here and now, and the way that I manifest in my here and now, and the way that you manifest in your here and now. You're still one, the here and now. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. Thank you. You're welcome and thank you. Thank you. Heart center, say heart center. Heart center, heart center. Heart center, heart center. Welcome, thank you, heart center. Whenever we're inundated or we channel, we align with frequencies other than what has been our homeostasis, we would perpetuate thought patterns of our homeostasis and not allowing ourselves to glean the energies and frequencies and thought patterns that are symbiotic with the new frequencies in which we've aligned with. So I'm being guided to say heart-centered. To allow for new frequencies, these frequencies from the here and now, to deliver divine remembrances, mind, body, soul, DNA, molecular, cellular activation. Please do not replace any of your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within the podcast. Thank you, ancestral force that is one with the here and now, or God, Allah, Shekinah, from Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, Aleister Crowley, for this transmission. Channeling in this transmission, greatly appreciated. Co-creating this transmission, greatly appreciated. I have a catalog of channeled music. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube. It's linked below. I used to say that I'm a singer-songwriter. And this is a truth. It's a truth that was so closely tied to my identity, as these are thought patterns that I perpetuated about myself throughout the evolution of me, the space-time linear paradigm over the last 32 years. This singer-songwriter paradigm is one in which my soul was like, Ashley, let it go so we can grow you into more higher octave reality existence beingness as a collective. Assist with this raising of our collective. Let go of this paradigm. So, that's why I said I didn't say if you watch the podcast, I say I'm a singer-songwriter. That's why I didn't say that. I'm not saying that anymore. I have a catalog of channel music because I'm allowing my mind, body, soul, spirit energy to let go of this paradigm of being a singer-songwriter so I can be grown and evolved by the soul space to higher octave existence, beingness from the here and now, or limitless potentials from the here and now to assist with the rising of our collective, us being our future self, 2033 and beyond, infinite energies having celestial beings of the cosmos experience to assist with the upliftment, regeneration, evolution of all of God's creation in the here and now. Grow and evolve into these dimensions in the here and now. So that's why I said I have a catalog of channel music instead of saying I'm a singer-songwriter. I have a song called Simba. It's on my album, the Purge the album. All of my music is free to stream. Again, Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube, link below. Go to the playlist section and you'll see all of my albums. I have a song called Simba. And when I channeled the song, I was in energetic embodiments, aligned with energetic embodiments or calcifications of the self, where I saw myself, I was aligned with the man being separate from the woman. So when I'm singing about Simba, like, in my mind just goes straight to, oh, this song is for this person, this boy, this guy. I want this person to hear this. Instead of, like, it's one with the man and the woman, the girl and the boy are one with Simba. We're one. This song is universal. We are universal. All things are truly universal. What can we glean from all things, all beings, all things, to grow and evolve into greater conscious awareness of how we are one in the here and now, or how we are all limitless in the here and now, how we are all wellness in the here and now. So my song Simba, as I'm channeling my music catalog since the album Goddess Things, I've grown into conscious awareness of how this music is helping me grow, or these incantations that I channel and the frequencies I channel are helping me grow into greater limitless potentials in the now moment. I'm not gonna lie, Goddess Things, I was a little less remembered, but I was in my process, my journey of remembering how I'm to dig deep in the soul space, inner space, to channel healing frequencies and remembrances. My song Simba. I want to sing some of the song because the wisdoms from this song. Again, I want to sing the song because I want to share wisdoms that I've gleaned through the inner outer space in which we're one within the here and now, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Parcel, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions beyond and within, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Simba, the Persia album. Move like the motion of the ocean. Celestial bodies align for you and I. Move like. At the time, I had a separation consciousness perception. We are one with the celestial bodies. We are celestial bodies. Move like the motion of the ocean. Celestial bodies align for you and I. Move like. We are the celestial bodies. Literally. And the way we perceive our shape and form is a part of this experiment of infinite experiences, experiments of divine evolution. As the celestial bodies are dimensions of experiences of divine evolution. It's all one. Move like the motion of the ocean. Celestial bodies align for you and I. Move like crystals, force flowing through your veins. Move like Simba. Do you remember your galactic lion? Come, yeah. For that ancient goddess, internal force. We are the source. Remember, casted a new dream. We know what that means. Godlight shining. Godlight, yay. Move like. I want to thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning into this Kingdom Things podcast with myself, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Installment. Again, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. We've casted a new dream. We're being awakened out of the calcification of this linear space-time paradigm that was inundated with notes and keys and tones that saw our linear paradigm separate from the infinite within the here and now. To be our future selves in the here and now. Infinite energies having a celestial being of the cosmos experience, no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, infinite other dimensions of wellness, balance, and abundance that comes from our infinite here and now, in which we've always only been. Casted a new dream. We know what this means. Get call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask your soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials, our limitless potentials. Wait for the answers because they will come. Not right now. Wait for the answers because they will come. The frequency, the energy that is my divine counterpart, harmonious, universal travel buddy, is tapping in with shenanigans right now. Not right now, okay? He's like picking on how I sang that. I heard it was different dimensions. You know, I heard that, but I just saying heart-centered. And like whatever frequency presents or however I sing is what's needed in this transmission. That's why it manifested that way, period. Thank you. We're all remember we're growing and evolving, allowing ourselves to be heart-centered. To remember that we're always only been one. What is our oneness trying to tell us about ourselves or our contribution to the oneness of all things? It's all symbiotic. It's all symbiotic. It's all one in our infinite dimensions. Wellness, balance. Again, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Hit the notification bell. I channel literature. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel to assist us in this time, to be resources in this time as we awaken. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts, Asiyah's story. The first book, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah. The second book, the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. Asiyah is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey. When she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep, she experiences a lot of things which grow and evolve her into the remembrance of the unity as she is with the soul, all beings, all things, divine guidance. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is my other half. My other half is a divine counterpart twin flame journey back home to God inside. Synonymous, analogous with our existence. One energy manifests as many or many beings over many lifetimes within the time-space paradigm that was tied to notes and keys, that was tied, growing out, evolving out of being tied to notes and keys and tones that calcified our perception as this time-space paradigm separate from the divine or infinite potentials. This energy, this being, these beings know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. They will co-create a love and a life together, which lifetime, under which circumstances the books are prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is, The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate downloads. Altogether, $29.97 plus tax, $9.99 a piece. Altogether, all 3 books, The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, $29.97 plus tax. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, the first 2 parts, Asiyah's story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, $19.98 plus tax, plus shipping and handling. The third part, My Other Half, $9.99 plus tax, plus shipping and handling. So $29.98, 1 penny more for the paperback copies, plus your shipping and handling, plus tax for the paperback copies mailed to your home. Again, the first 2 books, 1 binding, Asiyah's story, the third part in a separate binding, $29.98 plus tax, plus shipping and handling, mailed to your home. Mailed to your home. The specified links in the description of this podcast will take you to the Amazon bookstore, whether you're doing paperback or digital downloads, to purchase the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. I also have Asiyah's story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, the 2 books that make Asiyah's story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, available to stream audiobook style. I'm incantating, I'm reading within the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips YouTube catalog. Link below in the description of this installment, Kingdom Things podcast installment. Now, you don't have to purchase all 3 books if you don't want to. It is a set, right? Whatever you feel called to do, do that. Move from your heart space, your soul space. You can, Asiyah's story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. It's a saga. It's a continuation. And My Other Half is a part of the saga, the continuation. You don't have to read Asiyah's story in order to understand My Other Half, is the thing. You'll still, My Other Half is still an abundant read without reading Asiyah's story. If you read Asiyah's story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, you'll probably want to read the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. If you read the story of Asiyah, Coming Home, you'll probably want to read the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. It is a saga to be continuation. You don't have to. You can read the story of Asiyah, I'm Home without reading Coming Home, the story of Asiyah. It'll be just as abundant, because I've had someone purchase I'm Home without purchasing Coming Home, the story of Asiyah. And that's because that's what they needed for their evolutionary journey. You don't have to purchase all 3, but it is a symbiotic. It is a harmonious book set. But whatever costs your spirit, this is what you do. My soul wanted me to say this, so I'm saying it. So yeah, Asiyah's story, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, link below in the description of this video. This Kingdom Things podcast offering. Again, we have my sister brother podcast, Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. We do powwow sessions over there, this is powwow session 2. Like, everything's a powwow session. What I call a powwow session is whenever we dig in the inner space and we're inquisitive. We're being inquisitive about our existence, our energy, our oneness, our reality, to get answers from the soul space, or the oneness of all things, to become more divinely aligned with our infinite limitless potentials. We do this super candidly, traditionally, within Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. Again, available to stream on YouTube. Subscribe to the notification bell, link below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast offering. Again, my music catalog, timeless music catalog, Ashley-Nicole music. Timeless in a way that if you're finding it, there's something that you need. I pray that we outgrow a lot of dimensions. Face value dimensions. Understanding everything is multidimensional. So there's notes and keys and tones and to assist with divine remembrance activations in your mind, body, soul, spirit, more the more. Regardless of when you experience the music or any of my catalogs or anything you create or anything your neighbor creates. anything we create. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. The link below in the description of this transmission. I'm also a home cook. I enjoy cooking. It brings me a lot of joy, a lot of divine remembrance as I intuitively cook. Whatever from the inner space, whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. I also do mukbang series over there where we eat and talk about whatever the soul puts on the heart space. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube, link below. You know, I'm pause really quickly. We're going off cuff a little bit. Healing through the inner space, convening through the inner space, outer space, as we all have always only done. We're coming to greater conscious awareness of this. No longer calling ourselves crazy or schizophrenic, but we're multidimensional, we're remembered, remembering. No longer autistic or neurodivergent, but we're remembered, remembering of our existence, our frequencies that reside outside of this time-space linear paradigm that was inundated with notes, keys, and tones, calcified our perspective, perception away from limitless dimensions, infinite potentials. We're not schizophrenic or or neurodivergent or autistic, but we're remembered, remembering. We also accept evolving our paradigms of mental health and what's normal when it comes to our nervous system, our sensory system. I was like asking the inner space, okay, because I'm remembering into the oneness that all beings, all things is. I'm like, as far as like how we speak to the self or one another, how we commune with the self or one another, how is this gonna be? And the soul is like, Ashley, that's evolution, that's divine evolution. We glean, we experience it, we show up as it, and we just let everything grow and evolve and present itself through our manifestation, through existence, through the now moment, the way the now moment manifests. And so it is. I have live series as well, Out of the Box. It's a depiction of what we're all experiencing in some way, awakening to our infinite potentials within the illusion of finite, or coming out of the box of our perspective, perception of being separate from infinite limitless potentials. Out of the Box is available to stream on my music channel, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Go to the playlist section. You'll see the Out of the Box. Also have an animated series, Asiyah, the animated series. It is manifest. It stems from the evolution of the unconditional love literature parcel, the multidimensional wisdoms and experiences in which I glean and which I perceive, which I have, I channel within the animated series. We're about to roll into an episode of the animated series as well as an episode of Out of the Box. I love you. Love on the self, or yourself, or you and I are all things. The way we love on the self grows and evolves. Our ability, our remembrance that the self is infinite, that self is wellness. We're one with the self, or the infinite now moment, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Most High. Love on the self, yourself, because the way we love on these self, ourselves, deepens the intimacy that we have with our cosmological and beyond existential fundamental nature, deepens the conscious awareness that we have of our cosmological and beyond existential fundamental nature. Love on these self, yourself, to bring it to more wellness and balance in regards to the way we relate with ourselves, these self, one another, to more peace, wellness, and balance. Divine remembrance that we are infinite, we are one. See y'all later. Bye.
I am real. My inner space, or authentic, universally aligned frequency, has been and is being projected into my tangible reality.
Working through my inner imbalances to perceive and embody more of my limitless, balanced, well nature is a journey I wouldn't trade in for anything. A journey I wouldn't trade for anything. The Galactic Federation of Light has assigned you to a new mission. New mission? Give us the deets. What do you say? You up for it, Asiyah?
Up, down, left, right, yin yang balance. I'm up for it.
First things first, you two need some training. I pulled some etheric cords for you to meet with the Masters.
The Masters?
Now that ancient, etheric, God, infinite creation prophecy has been resurrected, and all within is being activated to remembrance that all is one. There are no limits, no bounds. We called in the Holy Shabbat Trinity.
The Holy Shabbat Trinity.
We'll connect you two while you're on your flight. They're coming in to help all of humanity awaken in the masses, to assist all of humanity awakening to their infinite potentials.
The Holy Shabbat Trinity. I think I have a clue who you're referring to. Humanity is in great hands. We are one. We are home. We are awakening, awakened. Thanks, Barry.
That's Commander Barry to you.
Thank you, Commander Barry.
All right, off you two go. And remember, have fun, innovate, encourage, be honest, inspire, experience, and be kind.
Will do.
I've had dreams of this being my life, all of my life. I got discouraged over the years. I'm finally living my most abundant reality. I'm gonna live this reality to the fullest. With having fun, innovating, encouraging, being honest, inspiring, experiencing, and being kind. Thank you, Lieutenant Barry. Thank you, Divine Presence that I am.
We are ready for this.
We were born ready.
Hey, my name is Asiyah, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
Jesus Christ. Rabbi Yeshua. You and Asiyah are being transmitted holy wisdoms, chakma, by the way of divine revelation. These wisdoms would traditionally be acquired through years of study. You are ready to wield your soul's truths of your innate, limitless, divine connection in which you are. I've been waiting forever for this, Rabbi. Your most wonderful visions, your most whimsical dreams, wondrous dreams, are your truths. You only have to be brave enough to speak your truths, to embody the energies of your truths, to manifest a reality that mirrors your truths. Yeah, Rabbi, you're right. I thought it was all a dream. Share yourselves with the world. Divine remembrance is contagious. Share your wisdoms, your love, and your balance. Gladly. Happily. The Lubavitcher Rebbe. In my sprightly animated form. You've been helping me heal over the years. To remember. To forgive. To come into wholeness. Inner union. Inner peace. Inner wellness. Inner balance. Yes, these things are true. And your inquisitive nature to journey inward, to learn more about yourself, to heal yourself, to become well, has assisted with rejuvenating, with uplifting all of divine connection, all of infinity, all of Shekinah, all of Elohim, all of God.
It's the divine mandate over my life, over humanity's existence, my inner space, or my God inside, my soul, my highest presence, gave me the task to become everything I was created to be, everything that I am in the I am, to allow for the avenue for humanity to come into its dharmic purpose, for humans to become our dharmic purpose, limitless potentials in the tangible, infinite potentials with the illusion of form or finite. Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Schneerson. In fleshly animation and youth. You too, you and Asiyah. You be your authentic truth. You be who you innately know that you are. You will be who you innately know in which we are. Dimensions of the infinite sea. Infinite creation. I will relax into the love, or my innate divine wisdoms. And so it shall be, and so it is ordered. Shalom. Conscious within a realm that is a patient within the etheric intensive care unit. As ancient eons-old prophecy has been resurrected and fulfilled, growing into being a dimension of the limitless bipedal man. Well, woman. Let's try this intro scene again. We're galactic beings. Our energetic disposition and thought patterns manifest our reality. Let's try awakened within the dream. Remembering that I am one with all things, and that my energetic embodiment is infinite and sentient. Another day in paradise. As I awakened to my limitless presence, a little bit ahead of the masses.
Another day in paradise.
Because I am a forerunner. I began to demonize humanism as a part of my awakening process. It's an ancient cycle, an archaic cycle, that we no longer allow ourselves to do, as instead of demonizing our experiences,
Not limerence. Not naive.
or our creations as humans, we face them, we meet them, we learn from them, and grow and evolve the energies of our creations.
But conscious and aware of the need and necessity to balance energies to eradicate disease. Another day in paradise.
Like food. And nature. What does your sky look like? I ask because I have the soul level remembrance that every human perceives reality as we are, or as the energies we're embodying in every moment, and not truly as it is. So I ask, what does your sky look like?
You are clean, ocean waves, what you call cities, heavy waves of revolution, activated human, you are the earth, you are the dust, you are the
We, humanity, stem from the beginning of space and time, the spheres of creation in which came together to create a more powerful, abundant, prime source creator energy, or Allah, or God, or the Most High. The energy summation of the spheres of creation were an energy of imbalance and chaos. So, galactic creation ensued, as well as the universal laws in which govern the tangible realms, worlds, and planets. Like the principle of gender, everything in creation has feminine as well as masculine energies as the components of its makeup. To be in perfect balance or achieve 0 point, you must embrace, honor, and cultivate your yin and your yang, or your feminine and your masculine, or your inner man as well as inner woman. You don't have to know the way. Just know that you are your North Star.
You are a warrior, princess, dragon, galactic, queen.
Be like water. Flow.
How's being awake in your earthly dream treating you?
Taking everything in stride. How's the Earth's timeline trajectory looking?
100% chance of the highest timeline outcome manifesting for the foreseeable eons, and a 100% chance of your most abundant mirrored and balancing counterpart manifesting to traverse your human interdimensional existence with.
All in a space, time, and beyond's work. And I trust this.
Be patient, Ash.
Ash?
Do you mind me calling you Ash?
No, I don't mind. My grandmother and my sister are the only ones who have called me Ash.
You there, Ashley? Ash? Ash?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're remembering.
I'm what? Remembering.
Your mission on planet Earth.
To assist with uplifting and rejuvenating all of infinite creation through the way I relate with and unconditionally love myself, or all things.
Yes, be patient and compassionate with yourself, Ashley.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Talk to you later, Em.
Yeah, yeah.